welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Paola. If you're not new here, welcome back. I run a small crochet business called Yarn Heaven Crochet, and in today's video, it's gonna be market prepping, guys, because we are on crunch time. So if you've seen my other videos, I have a market this weekend on Saturday, and then I have one next weekend, which is a 3-day market. So if I sell pretty good at that market, I might not have that much left to sell at the 3-day market. So we'll see how that goes. But I did the inventory early this morning, and I do not have as much as I thought I would. Like, not too much. In my smaller items, like from $5 to, I would say, about $15, the highest, I have around 920 ish dollars worth of items, and that's not including, like, I only made, like, let's say 2 of each item that I'm gonna put out, but I made like 5 more for next weekend, so I'm already prepared for next weekend. So that is including that, actually. So that's like, ooh. So today's main goal, which today is Monday, and is today's goal is penguins. Penguins were one of my best sellers, I would say, personally, last market. And they're just $5. All come. I had 21 of them last market, and they all sold. So, hoping that's the same case here. But I was trying to make at least 5 of each color, just so I was prepared for next market. But since I'm on crunch time right now, and I didn't have as much as I was planning to have or wanting to have, I'm gonna make 2 of each color just for now, and then, oh, that was so close. But the what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. But yeah, it is crunch time. So today's focus is not bees. Today's focus is smaller makes, $5 items, mainly penguins. And also, I need to get started on a custom order that I got need to make, and I only have about 3 days to do that. So yeah, I should probably get started on that, and I have not even started on it. So probably later in the day I will get started on that. So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm outside, it's because we're just spending time outside, crocheting, being out here, whatever. And yeah, so I'll just update you guys on how much I made outside, how much item inventory I made today, because penguins are super super fast to make for me. At least for me. They Once I learn how to make them, girl, they go like this, like boom boom. I can make at least 4 an hour, at least. But yeah, right now it's penguins. Next is frogs, $5 frogs. It is currently way later in the day, but I finally finished all of the penguins. Literally fills up almost all the way of a Home Depot mini bucket. As you can see, I actually haven't even counted how many. I originally wanted to do 5 of each color, which I did start that in the beginning, but right now, since it is very much like I need to make as much as I can right now, I only made the newer colors, just 2 of each for now, since I would have more time next week to make even more if I need to. But I have 5 of these hot pink ones right here. As you can see, these cute little penguins. These are $5 each. So there's those, 5 of them. Right now I only see 3 of this like plum colored little penguin here, right there. 3 of those. I only see 3. I might have 5 of these like dark red ones. These are all in the Sweet Snuggles Light, but the white is Bernat Baby Blanket. Oh, and it's because I do have Sweet Snuggles Light in the white, but barely anything. I'm rarely even using that for any of my plushies right now. but some of them do have like the new cozy cup. Like I believe this one has the cozy cup in the white. So some of them do have it, and it definitely does make a difference. As you can see, this one the eyes look smaller for sure, and they're the same 12 millimeter eyes. This one looks much bigger, but they're still really cute either way. So I do know now what to make with them for now. Yeah, like I said, 3 of those red ones. I might have 5 of these like teal little aqua color. I love this color. It's one of my favorites. Another one, 3. Let's see. Yep, 5 of these ones. 3, 4 of this definitely like more turquoise color here. 5 of those. Um, let's see. 5 of these light blue ones here. Let's see. 2 of these dark green. 2 of these orange ones. 2 light purple here. 2 black ones. This is just a classic color. Oh, yep, I had 5 of these dark red ones. 1 light pink, but I will be making more, just 1 for now. And 2 dark purple ones. That makes 3, 4, 39 penguins, which is really, really good for me. Also, I forgot to mention, this is a pattern by Knots by Jack. It's Alba the Arctic Penguin or something like that. Um, but I did just modify it just a little bit. I didn't change anything of the pattern. It's just she finishes like the white on the second row, and I just continued it for the rest of the body. Just did that just for that. That's literally all I changed, and other than that, it's like such a good. Also, today I got an Amazon package, and I got another Pop Mart package. It's another Demu one, like I showed you guys. I've been obsessed with the little Demu character. He's super, super cute. And it's the My Cloud Companion series. And he's just like a little, like, he can put him around your wrist and he can just be hanging on there. So there's a white, pink, orange, cyan, blue, green, and the secret, of course. I want the secret really, really bad because it comes with this cute little character. The little friend I should probably know the name of, but I don't yet. So but other than that, I would most likely want to get the white, pink, or the blue. Yep. And of course the secret. So let's see here who we get. Oh, and also I thought it was gonna come in a box, an Amazon box, but it came in like a poly mailer-ish kind of one, and it got all busted up. So, but let's see. You guys can look in there if there's a card or anything. I don't know if there is. It does sound like there is a card. But let's see. Closing my eyes. You guys see first. Which one did I get? Oh, no. I got the green one. Which one is this one? Oh, yeah, just green. It's called green. Oh, green is not my favorite color. But it's still cute. You just have him like this. Super, super cute. The little character. Look at that. Oh, but I mainly wanted him because, well, one of these series that most likely won't get any more, but of this series. But the funny thing is, like, he has a little butt. Look. He has a little butt. That's so funny to be. Cute little Demu.
Only him?
So, so cute. Let me put on his little pants here. Kind of exposed him a little too much. I have no idea why they added on a little butt, but they did. After that, I just knew I had to have at least one. this one. So I got the green one, but it's fine. I love his head. It's literally a cloud. He has a, I don't know if you guys can see, but he has a little smiley face. His little friend as well. And the little cloud right here, it's sad and everything. So sad. Okay, I can't put on his shorts right now, but yeah, look at that. Um, so now after this, I will be starting my the custom order that I have. It's gonna be all for my brain, because it's definitely more custom. She is wanting um almost like a look-alike like of a person, but like dressed in a Batman suit. But the picture that she sent me, I tried to look it up on Instagram, like the who it's by, and I did find the person, but she doesn't like write up any patterns. So I'm gonna have to make it up as I go, which I think is not gonna be that hard. But the only thing that is gonna be hard is making the beard and the hair, because I hate doing those. Just that part of like of a person making people is just the hair and the beard. That's the part I really hate most. But let's hope I can get it done all today, tonight, and so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week, and I can just keep market prepping. Because mainly penguins was my biggest concern, and I'm really happy with how many I've made right now. So that's done, and yeah, I'll update you guys and I'll show you guys once it's finished, guys. Okay, so now it is Tuesday. It is currently almost, or just a little over 12, and like I told you guys, I made the custom order, so it's not fully finished yet. I just need to make its little like helmet, like a mask, I guess you could say, just the mask, and put on the little Batman logo here. And I have the front loops actually right here to put a little yellow belt on there. So I just need to finish that on there. And I could have definitely done better on the cape, but it's fine. I actually did this all in one try, mainly, except for the hair. The hair took me so long. Like I told you guys, I, I hate doing hairs, but it didn't come out as bad as I thought. What do you guys think? I kept looking up tutorials because there's not many tutorials of how to do crocheted hair. But on YouTube I tried one method and it was just not coming out for me. I tried doing acrylic. I'm like, this is probably gonna take forever. And then so I just switched to this terracotta Sweet Snuggles Light, and of course it took much less. But I found a TikTok video. I don't remember the creator, but she just basically just crocheted into it and just chained a couple. You just chain how many you want, like the length especially, and then just chain back in, or single crochet or slip stitch back into the head, and just keep doing that. Keep chaining. And I don't think it turned out that bad, to be honest, but it could have been better. This was my first time doing that method, so it's not too bad. I don't think it's that bad. Let me show you guys the picture, the reference at least. The picture is in acrylic, but I did mention to her, um, mainly because I didn't want to make it out of acrylic, but here is the picture. Let's see here. Here's the picture right there. That's the inspo. And she wanted this one, but bigger, and that it can sit down. And she wanted a beard. You let me find the picture. She wanted a beard on it, like this one. So me so I tried to get like the rectangle head out of it, but it would have been like really long, and I think this one turned out pretty good. So all of this was no sew besides the hair, just a little bit. I mainly just used fabric glue, but because I am not sewing this on. This terracotta, for some reason, Sweet Snuggles like terracotta, at least at my store. It has never been like super, super soft. And when it is soft, it's hard to work with though. So I was not gonna do that to myself. I just glued everything down. I did leave a couple like just like this, so it kind of looks, you know, like little flowy kind of little vibe there. And there's the beard. The beard turned out okay. To personally, I see a mouth that he's just going like, but there's that. The cape, yeah, could have been better, but I was just trying to get this done. Like I said, this was all no sew besides the hair. Um, and I got this all in one try, guys. I'm actually really proud of myself for it, especially the head. Like looking at the picture, it's more like of a rectangle shape. And since I've learned how to um make those Minecraft, how to get that square shape, I got this out of it, and I don't think it turned out that bad, to be honest. Like I said, he's not fully finished, which I do plan on fully finishing it tomorrow in the morning. Just have its helmet done, put on the little details, the little yellow belt, the little um Batman logo, and I do plan on just making it out of felt using my Cricut Joy. So yeah, I don't think it turned out that bad. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, and of course she wants us to be able to sit down. Um, she can just do that, guys. Like, look at that. So yeah, I did recommend her like more of a plush yarn because it's gonna be more flexible, like how she wants it to be able to sit. And plus, it didn't take me that long to make. So and didn't hurt my hands. I hate working with acrylic. The only time I work with acrylic usually is to make my roses or flower bouquets. That's like the only time I would want to work with acrylic. So, yeah. So, besides this, which I'm done with today, I let me get the picture here or the inspo thing. Pattern by Cookie.Crochet. Here it is right there. I made 3 of these at my last market. They all sold. I didn't make too many just because I wanted to try them out and see if anybody liked them. And a lot of people did. And they were, I think they were the first thing to sell out of at my market. But I'm going to make some more of these. I'm going to make at least 5 of these. They're super fast to make, so I don't mind making a lot of these. But also with the frogs, they're super fast as well to make. So I plan to make a couple of those just to sell by themselves for at least $5 as well. This is the agenda for today. These car swings, those frogs, um, maybe some octos because I don't have too many octos, and I want to use up all my posh yarn. I have so much of it, and I want to use up a lot of it. So, okay, guys, update. It is now Wednesday, July 16th, and I'll show you guys what I made last night. I put them in these bags because um, I like to have them all organized, but it's mainly in this bag here. So with the posh yarn that I told you guys, I made a lot of octos, and I made like at least one of each color as a keychain because I've been needing some keychains. So I have that light blue one, this pink one, this like I think the color is called periwinkle. I hate this. I don't know what about this batch that I got, but this one's like really rough. I did not like working with this color. The other colors are super soft though. And then I did end up making some bees out of the posh yarn too. These are the no sew pattern by Jenny's Crafty Creations, I believe that's her name on Instagram. The free pattern. They work up really quickly, so I made these 2 as keychains, and then 5 other ones just to sell by themselves, which are over here, right here. There we go. They're super soft. That Passion that I used was a really nice batch. And yeah, like I said, I've made some of these. These are the free pattern from All From Jade as well on Instagram. So there's those. I try to make at least 2 of each, but I get bored pretty quickly, especially with the Posh yarn. I just do not like working with it. But so I made just one of this light blue one, but there's that one. I do plan to make a little bit more of them, but we'll see how that turns out. And then I decided to make some of these, which is also a free pattern. I don't know the creator's name off the top of my head, but it's like this little duck with the frog hat, which is so cute. This one looks much cuter than my first one, because I used, these are 10mm eyes and these ones are 8mm. But on my first one that I made, it came out looking a little, to me it looks weird. I don't know about you guys, but like it's the same 10mm eyes. So it looks a little bit weird to me, but let's see if it sells. This one came out a little crooked because I guess my stitch count came out wrong, but it's fine. I'm planning to make at least 2 more or just even a couple more of these. I'm gonna sell them for $8 at least for these. Mainly because they use a little bit extra supplies like the safety eyes, but they are pretty quick to work up though. If they aren't selling for 8, then I will sell them for 5. But yeah, just for those. And that's basically all I made yesterday. I could have made more for sure, but I don't know. I do have quite a bit to do today, but we'll see what I make. Probably I'll start making the dragons for the mystery dragon eggs because I only have 4 of the eggs left and 2 from the last market that nobody got. So I have to make those. And then I was planning to make a different thing, but I forgot what it was. Just bigger items today, I think. A little bit more pricier. Oh, chickens, larger chickens, that's for sure. I do need to make some of those. And I think that's all for today. You guys, okay, it is currently 3 in the morning, and I'm gonna show you guys what I made today. So, starting off with the dragon mystery eggs, I have these. I just made one of each because I only have 4 eggs left, and I have 4 different designs that you could get in the mystery eggs. And so there's this pink with purple. This is all Sweet Snuggles Light and the pattern for this one is by the Celestial Homebody on Etsy. Here's that one. It's a really quick make. Here is the next one. And let me show you the other two. There's this red and black one. It came out a little bit bigger because of I didn't count my stitches right, but it's fine. He still turned out pretty good. And then there is this purple with like a plum color here. And if you guys are wondering how I make them like a more of a mystery egg, here, let me get an egg real quick. Alright, so here's an example of one of the eggs. And you can either untwist it, hold on. Untwist it or pop it open, and it comes just like this. And you literally cannot see what's inside. If you're wondering what kind of bag this is, it's not really a bag. It's just tissue paper that I got from Michaels, which I'll show you guys. It's this 100-piece pack, and I'm using the darker colors for these at least. And yeah, I've just kept this for a long time, so they're really useful for this. And yeah, I just put it in the egg. Try to make sure the tissue paper does not rip or anything. and just get the idea. But yeah, that's how I make my mystery eggs, and I only have 4 left of these, so once they sell out, they're gone for good. And um, I plan on making like more dragons just to sell like this. But I'm not sure how much I would price them at because these the mystery eggs are priced at 15. I might price these at 12 to be honest, or just keep them at 15. You guys will have to let me know what should I keep the price for these at. But yeah, I made those and I made the chickens. I made the chickens and they are just missing their little red little piece right here. But I made 2 of these in the Sweet Snuggles, and these are gonna be priced at $15 each. I only made 2 of them. And there, here you go. This is the pattern by Annie Carthaway, if I'm saying that right. She is mostly known for the cat love pattern, and this is I believe the Birdie Friends pattern. I just always make the chickens. And if you've seen in my first YouTube video, I wanted to not make at least the same things as everybody else, which is the Mabel chickens. And so I've started just making these chickens, and people have really loved them. So they've been pretty good sellers for me. And yeah, there's those 2. And I basically finished the custom. Show you guys here, and it's not fully finished yet. I just need to glue on the felt pieces that I cut out. With my Cricut, well, mainly the little back piece, which I'll show you guys, and I just hand cut the little eyes. But here it is. The little mask is a little bit big, but I think it'll be fine just so it comes off easily. Um so yeah, like it can easily come off here. I have the little 2 felt eyes here. Let me position it. Gonna look about like this. You guys can see that. Um, you can't really see it, but I'll show you guys in the morning how it looks, or later, I guess you could say. And again, this was the doll, and you just put on the mask here. It is. I did make like a couple decreases at the bottom, just so. Yeah, there we go. It is, yeah, a little bit big, but I think it turned out pretty good just so it can come off easy, you know? And of course black yarn, you can see all the dirt on it, so I have to make sure all the dirt comes off before I hand it over to the customer. I also put the little yellow belt here on. Let me grab the little bat felt piece. Good thing I didn't lose it. It's really small. I use this with my Cricut here. You might think it might be too small, but I always measure it, even though sometimes I have to remeasure, but this one came out perfect. It is gonna go just right here. Let me hold it up here for you guys. Came out pretty perfect, so just gotta glue that on in the morning and make sure I don't lose these. That's basically all I made today. I was super tired today. I'm gonna be tired in the morning. I have to put an alarm just in case. The customer for this guy messages me pretty early, and I have to deliver it to her. So yeah, tomorrow, or I guess later, I plan on just making the Labubus. Well, I don't know if I told you guys, but I plan on making like these Labubu blind boxes, and they're just gonna be crocheted Labubus, and I'm gonna make them as a keychain, of course. And I have these boxes that I already have, and I got these little bags from Amazon that you can't see through them, so that's gonna be pretty good. I'm hoping to make at least 12 of them, so 2 of each color at least. Um, that's gonna be the main goal for tomorrow. And yeah, on Friday is when I want to make sure I have everything very early in the morning because oh wait, no, Saturday. Friday I want to make sure I have everything all prepared. I have the inventory count right. Excuse me. Um I have my cash box, everything's charged, everything just right. And then once I have everything done, I'm gonna see what I can make next. Just probably some smaller makes or maybe some newer, bigger item. I'm running kind of low on the bigger items, so I need to focus on that maybe next week for my next market. At least one or two bigger items, but yeah. That's it for today. Okay, guys, so it is now Thursday morning. It is 11:50. Oh, it's not later than I thought it was. But um I have been making, well, trying to make the Labubu keychains, which is a pattern by Plushie Co. And so as you can see, I have two different sizes here. This is my regular Sweet Snuggles Light, and it's kind of big, and I didn't really like how it's like bulging out. I've made one before, but I gave it away, and so I forgot how it looked like. And yeah, it's kind of bulging out, if you guys can see that there. And so on this next one, which I made out of the skinny chenille from Michaels, and I added one more round onto the head piece there, and it looks a little bit better, but it's just that it takes a long time because it's so skinny. Here, I'll show you guys the little piece here, how skinny it is compared to a Sweet Snuggles Light. I normally use a 3.25 millimeter hook for my skinny chenille because I do like to make pocket friends. I used to like doing that, but I might not have time for these ones. But as you can see, it kind of turned out like super small because first I made this and I'm like, oh, it's definitely gonna fit in this bag that I got from Amazon, and y'all, only the head would fit in here. I don't think anybody would want a head of a Labubu just in a mystery bag. So I made it out of skinny chenille, and it would definitely fit in here. It's just that it's taken a little bit longer than I want, and it just uses, I'm just gonna like a really small amount in the magic ring, that it's like it takes a little bit longer for me to crochet it. So I think I'm giving up on these just for now. I think I won't have them until my, not next weekend, but the next market after that. I won't have them till then because then I have much more time to work on them. But here's this great one. I want to have them in the main colors at least. And let me show you guys the Batman that I finished the custom order for. Well, I just glued on the little pieces here. Here, let me clean it real quick. Here it is. I think I did put the eyes a little bit too low, but you guys, let me know what you guys think. I'm not too sure on that. And I put the little Batman logo there, and basically finished. It's just waiting for pickup now. And yeah, basically done. Again, you can take it off, put it back on. And yeah, that's the update right now. So since I'm giving up on the Labubus, I'm gonna work on Minecraft beads because those sold pretty well, and I hope to have at least 3 of them today. And then once I just get those done, I'm gonna make more smaller items. Okay, it is now actually Friday, 9, almost 10 in the morning. I wake up really early for a dentist appointment that I had, but I forgot to update you guys on what I made yesterday. Um, I started making a couple another capybaras. Right here, it is a free crochet pattern on Instagram. This one just needs eyes. I'm planning on finishing these whips first. So they're all ready. These ones just need their eyes for the Snorlax and the mouth. Just embroidered on. I have these stitch. Don't mind them. They just need their ears. I glued on their eyes and nose. By the way, I use my Cricut Joy to cut these out and make them. I have these bobas and I wanted to make them keychains, but they do take a little bit longer than the ones that I made. So these would be around $8. But I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just put them in the $8 section, just like this, I guess. I don't know if anybody would want this. This is a pattern by Crochet Grove. Um, like it's super cute, don't get me wrong, but the straw kind of throws me off a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to see what I think about these. Um, oh, and I also made Minecraft bees here. I finished them again. I used my Cricut and some vinyl for the eyes. And yeah, I usually put my little logo here you guys can see on almost not all my smaller makes like these ones. Well, I will have to put some on these. Saying, um, so like yeah, my penguins I just make so many of my $5 items and they're pretty small. I did used to just put my little logo on here, but I would run out and I would have to keep buying more and more of the little logos. Also, they're by Made's Creations. 120 of these for $30. So, and I think that's a really good price. So yeah, these are just my Minecraft bees. All of them sold at my last market, so I got 4 more of them. And if they all sell, then I'm making more, and I'll have to make more eyes because I don't have any more. So those, I have these fish here that don't have. These are also $5. I was planning to put these at 3. These ones are made out of Big Twist Posh, and I was planning to do 3, but these do take a little bit longer than a $3 item, so $5 for those. Even like my small octos here, um, it'll just look a little bit weird too, just to have it at the bottom. But yeah, little octos all for 5. And since I did the inventory, like I counted how much everything was worth up to, and it's looking like almost really close to $2,000, which is good. But again, most of that is already accounted for my next market. Like I already have, I want to set aside this certain amount for next week, and I'm a little bit worried that I won't have enough, but I do have a whole another week. So while I'm at the market, I am planning to find the colors to make penguins because again, those are really easy to make, and I don't even have to stuff them or finish them over there. So that's what's really really nice for me, and I can get a lot done as long as I'm not busy. At my last market, I literally did not have any time to make anything, and because I just kept getting sales and sales and sales, uh, the only time I did have time is just when I ate. I had to eat something, so I didn't even crochet at all, which I could have towards the end, but I just decided to stick it through. And again, today I'm just planning to mainly make sure I have everything prepared, all these whips finished, um, to take them. I also have to make more, like I use these little cute cup containers. I got the inspiration from, her YouTube channel is called Vivian Strawberry, but Hippie Poppy, if I'm pronouncing that right, her business name on Instagram, Hippie Poppy. I got the idea of these cute little cupcake containers that are clear, and I have my sticker on the back, or I have a sticker that just says Yarn Heaven Crochet on the back, and I have these like cute little like ribbon that I got these at Hobby Lobby. I've been trying to look anywhere because I used to get them at the dollar store and they don't really sell the size they're usually out of the size that I need, so I get these ones from Hobby Lobby. These ones are the ribbed ones. These are in the size 5/8, and they have 5 yards in them. This one's a little bit more silky, lighter blue, and I just use these, cut a certain amount, and then it's like a little hanger, so it's really cute. You could see the little plushie that you get. Usually my $5 items, if they're just buying one or a couple of them, and most of the time they want separate ones because they're usually for like different kids. And I'm like, oh, do you want a case? And they're like, oh yeah. And then I put in this cute little case. I put tape on the bottom as well. The cupcake holders are not as sturdy as I would want them to be when they fully close, so I just put a little bit of tape, and yeah, just so it doesn't fully come out, you know. And so I need to get doing those as well today. I need to make sure everything is charged. I need to make sure this camera is charged. My microphones are charged. I need to make sure I have everything that I'm going to take. Like, for example, displays and everything like that. Oh, I also forgot. I need to count my aquariums. I still have some aquariums. If they all sell at this market, or at least like a couple, I'll still bring them to my next one. But if they're not being as popular as I wanted them to be, then I won't make any more. But because they are pretty expensive to buy, I do price them at $20 each. You get the whole experience of picking out your pet, picking out which aquarium you want. If you can see from the background, let's see, I'll bring you guys a little bit closer here. I have these water and like leaf and like a mermaid little felt that I got from Joann's when they were closing, and I got like the rest of it just in case. So, but if they, I can bring them back every once in a while, it wouldn't be too bad. And I was thinking maybe I shouldn't have bought the whole thing, but you never know. I can use them for something else. So, yeah, that's everything. Be the first night market that me and my uncle have done, and it's gonna be interesting. There's gonna be fireworks at the end. It's gonna be 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. We have to be there at 2 p.m. So, because they are gonna have a parade as well. It's in a little town, Roberts, where I live. It's only 20 minutes away, and they plan to have a parade. They're just celebrating the little town that they have over there, so it's gonna be pretty fun. And yeah, this time I am gonna have everything set up in Square, because usually I just try to add everything up while they're checking out. I'm like, okay, this was this price. Okay, let me add it. Boom, 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 boom. But and most of the time I'm thinking to myself, I wanna go explore. I wanna go see the other small businesses. I wanna support them as well and see what they have. But I never can because I'm too busy running over here because my mom or my uncle don't know the prices of most of my items. So, um, yeah, and so I just want them to at least cover me for what, maybe 10 minutes, and if they do get a sale eventually, just to go on my Square here and just pick out the items, and they will easily have the prices there for them. So yeah, I have finished the little cupcake little holders that I've told you guys about. I have about a little over 50 of them on here, I believe. So what I do is I grab some ribbon, cut it to a pretty good like hand size. Usually there are like more of the little kids that um are able to put their whole hand in here and everything, but I made it just a little bit bigger for like maybe more some guys or just some girls who have just bigger hands in general. Um and I try to close it like this. So I put the plushie in here. Let me grab one actually. Let's say for like a penguin here. They're getting this really nice purple plum penguin. I'm like, oh, do you want a case for it? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, sure. And so I just quickly just put him in there, close it right on up. And sometimes the little cupcake cases don't fully close because it's not really made well. So I always put a little tape, just cut up a little tape. I have this little tape dispenser. I believe I got this at Michael's on clearance last year. And I'm like, oh, here you go, just like that. And they're just carrying around their little penguin around. And as you can see, I have my little logo here, Yarn Heaven Crochet. I wanted to put one here as well, but I'm like, you're not really gonna see your little plushie in here, so I might as well just not put it there. But yeah, and then I've had in the past the first ever time that I did this, I believe. I was at a Valentine market and people were walking around, and I had a couple of customers who bought smaller items that I just put right in this little case. And I had other customers come up and they're like, "Oh, I saw you had little kids had their little plushies that they bought from you in the little case." I'm like, "Yeah, I just love to do that just for the kids." Well, not just for the kids. I just love to do that because it's super cute, you know? And yeah, they can always have this as well, like pretty sturdy. I just put tape first, and then once I get all the tape done, I put hot glue there, as you can see. This one looks a little weird, but I made quite a few, as you can see. It looks like a lot, but it's only a little over 50 of them. And with this one, this was like the 1.5 or just a 1 inch thick ribbon, and it's pretty big, which is good, but I really, really like the smaller ones, which is like this one. You can see here, it's like more grabbable, if that's even a word. But yeah, I just put tape, a little dollop of hot glue, just so it's a little bit more secure. And I also like to test it. Just pretend it has the tape here, and I just go like this. Like with the tape, it obviously won't open up like that, but yeah, I really like to do these. I almost actually sold out of these at my last market because I did so good at that one. And um yeah, hopefully I won't sell out of these either, but if I do, I do have these clear little not cases, clear little Ziploc bags that I got from Hobby Lobby. I have quite a few of them and I haven't used them, and I do plan to use them for, they're like the smaller items, but they still don't fit in here. So I plan to use those. I actually had to go to Hobby Lobby today as well to get some craft bags that I'll show you guys here. Um, right here, just some large ones. I just got one pack of 5, just so I have some, just in case somebody buys some bigger items and they want a bag. And it's because I only had one of these left, so I'm glad I got these. It's because I do have an order from Shein coming in. I'm hoping, if I measured it correctly and I didn't get the dimensions wrong, because you know that usually happens to me. Even though I'm remeasure, it still happens to me. But I hoping they're gonna say thank you for your purchase, I believe. And I'm just gonna put my little logo on them on each one. My little Yarn Hem and Crochet here. And I'm just gonna put, and they're gonna be clear so everybody can see what they're buying and where to get it. So it'll be a little bit more exposure for my business. And yeah, that's all the updates that I have for you guys. Um, Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I got these tablecloths from the thrift store, the which the Celestial Homebody inspired me. She's went to thrift stores and tried to look for like um some decoration, some good market little like display items, and she said she was looking for just some tablecloths or some bed sheets. I guess you could say just some bed sheets that she can use and just use them as tablecloths. And I've been needing tablecloths. I just been using the ones from the dollar store that are usually meant for parties, and if you know, those are not the best. So I ended up getting 2. There's like this really creamy one. They were the only ones that I could find that were like the best, um looking or just plain. So I got a cream colored one and like a light blue striped with white. There is striped, so it kind of matches my business, which is really good on that one. But hopefully it's not too distracting with the items, because I am gonna have two tables, but one of them is gonna be just the aquariums and a couple of, I believe I'm just gonna have the stitch markers. I'm not sure if I will put my scrunchies out there because I don't have a lot and I don't even have like different varieties. So why would I? Just me personally, why would I put it out there? But I'll just see. Maybe I'll make some few scrunchies later today, maybe. But um, yeah. So hopefully those look nice. I will put. This is gonna be like a whole market vlog, so it's leading up to the market week, and you guys will see tomorrow how I display everything with my Joann display that I got. I just call it a Joann display because I got it from Joann's when they were closing, and it was just so nice. And so hopefully it looks pretty full like it did last market. Um, but again, I don't have as much inventory this time at all, so I'm kind of just a little bit on myself for this one. But yeah, that's all the updates for now. Again, I'll update you guys on what else I've done. I think I can just crochet. I need to make sure I just have everything organized and ready to go. So yeah, there is that. Alright guys, it is now Saturday, the day of the market, and it is currently 11 or 10:39 to be exact. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm bringing to the market. Let's see. Okay, let's get started. I have these stitched like I showed you guys. They are finally finished. They have all their ears. I have 3 of these. Let's see. I have some capybaras here. I believe I have 3 or 4 of these. I might make a couple more before I leave, and I need to make sure I have them in square, have the right amount of them. So I have those. So for the Pokemon, which I'm calling Chunkymon because they are chunky, we have 3 Snorlax. I made a 3 Jigglypuffs yesterday. This one was super easy and fast to make. Once you know the body, then you basically know almost all of them. It's just whether or not they need color changes like this one. They Then you would need to keep looking at the pattern a little bit. But yeah, once you know it, girl, you know everything. So 3 of those. 3 of these duck, or yeah, duck with the frog hat. Maybe if these all sell, I might just embroider them right here, the eyes, instead of putting safety eyes. So then it'll be $5. These are gonna be $8 for now. 3 of those. I have the Pikachu. Instead of embroidering the red little cheeks, I just put blush on them. I think that looks really cute. So I put those, 3 of those, 2 Gengars here. Here's the tablecloth that I was talking about. Looks like it wasn't in light blue striped. It's just like this really like gray. It looks really nice. And then here's the cream one that I have there. Alright, I have some baby Yodas, which are by, I believe, Crochet with Bay. This one's a free pattern, but I don't remember the creator of Standing Bees. These are in Bernat Blanket because I had quite a bit of it, which I actually sold on Facebook literally the next day that I posted it. And it is a free pattern on Instagram. I'll put the name there that I used. And baby Yodas. I have 4 of these. I have 4 of the bees. 2 of them have little smileys. These are both 12 each for now. I've showed you guys the penguins, the fish, the octos already, the bees as well. So you guys don't really need to see those. Those are all $5. I have some blueies and bingos here. And I have this ghost bear that I need to put a little tag on. So let me do that. I have this little elephant here. I believe this one's a free pattern, just so you guys are aware. I don't remember the name either. But there's this one, $10 for this. I only made one, and this is Sweet Snuggles. So, and it turned out like much smaller than I thought. So if I make it Sweet Snuggles light, those would be very small. So we'll see on that. I have 4 bingos and blueies here. And I have 1 mushroom boy, which I'm trying to sell because they do not sell that well. And I've had this one since the start that I've been doing markets. I have the Minecraft bees that you guys saw, the chickens as well, the larger ones. I have some chicken nuggets here, a couple of them. I might not take all of these out of the bag just so it's faster for me to pack up right now. And then I forgot to show you guys these frogs here, keychains. And I have some rainbow ones and some ghost ones here. I showed you guys the dragon eggs early in the video. They're all ready as well. I have 6 of those. There's the tofu turtles that you guys should have saw if you watched my other videos. There they are. There is 11 of these. I have these smaller chickens. These are my medium-sized chickens. The white ones are made out of burlap baby blanket, and these ones are burlap, but it's like an ombre skein. And then these are Sweet Snuggles lights. And there we go. I have 9 in total of these smaller ones. More penguins. I have 2 aliens that don't sell that well, so I just have those 2. And then 6 baby loaf kitties here. Axolotls in purple, pink, blue here. And then the car swings that I showed you guys. And there we go. I have 2 different car swings. There's a frog on a lily pad. There's a chicken one. And there's some ducks. Eggs. I won't show you guys my bigger items because I don't really want to take them out right now. But I can show you guys them at the market when we are all set up. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the market or heading on over. Can you hear me? Just made the first sale. 401. The market started at 4, and it was for a chicken and a duck with a frog hat. So yeah. I'm now back. It is the next day, and I am going to show you guys what I've sold and how much I sold it for, and also some of my experiences with that market. It was my first time being at that certain market, so it was definitely an experience. But I'll let you guys know those stories at towards the end, so stay tuned. But also, I wanted to record more during the market, but there was just really loud music right behind us, so you wouldn't have been able to hear me. I know I could have recorded and just put like a sound on, but it was just a little too much. And then also the way I set up the booth this time, well, we set up the booth this time, it wasn't what I was thinking and where I wanted to set up my camera so nobody could touch it. But as you guys saw in the video I put right before this, there is, like, we had to put one in the corner. So this time we had a corner booth. We've never had a corner booth before. So how we did it is I put one table here, my big tower, and then another table here, like in the very corner, and then my uncle would set up his airbrush in this corner. So, but I originally was thinking from the last market, oh, I need two big, longer tables, like it'll go in an L shape, like this and this on the inside, and then there's my tower towards the outside of the booth. So then I can have my checkout area right here, and there would still be product along the longer tables. Because last time I did have an L, but I only had a smaller table, so I couldn't really put these other products so they could fit their items on the table while I was checking them out. So I wanted to do that, but it was fine. It still turned out pretty good. It was just a little awkward being in the booth. It was a little bit more crowded than usual, so yeah. But starting off, I showed you guys that I did get my first sale right before the market started, which it started at 4, but they did have a parade going on at 4 because they are celebrating their town. And right after the parade was over, then the people were starting to come in, and that's when it got really, really busy. And it wasn't as busy as I thought, but it also wasn't a slow day either, which I didn't mind at all. And so yeah, the first sale was a medium-sized chicken, which was for $12. Also, I'm gonna try and put the I'm gonna try to put a picture of what they are and what sold right here if I can with my new editing app. If I'm not able to, then I'm sorry, but I'll try my best there. So I sold one chicken and a duck with a hat. The chicken was $12 and the duck with the hat was $8, which came out to $20 total. My next sale was a penguin, which came out to $5. Next one after that, I sold one car charm, and after that, I sold another medium chicken for $12. Oh, the car charm was $10, by the way. I sold one keychain for $5. I sold two tofu turtles for $24, but they were so kind enough. They gave me a 20 and a 5 in cash, and I'm like, oh, let me get your change, which was gonna be $1. And they're like, oh, just keep the change. I'm like, are you sure? They're like, oh yeah, definitely. I was very grateful for that. Thank you to them. And then after that, I sold one car swing for $10. Another car swing after that one, $10 as well. After that, I sold a Pikachu for $8. After that one, I sold a dragon egg, $15. Sold another dragon egg after that, $15 as well. I sold my first axolotl of the day for $12. I sold a duck with a hat, but only for 7, which I am totally okay with. But yeah, which is totally fine. And then after that, I sold a keychain for $5. After that, I sold a penguin for $5 as well. And then the next purchase is a little bit unique. So I sold my coquette turtle and an aquarium, but which would equal to $65. The coquette turtle was $45. The aquarium was $20. And but she was my nail tech. See here, so pretty. They're a little bit different each there. So pretty. And I was willing to trade her services. She would get those and I would get in exchange a nail set, which I already booked my appointment with her for August 4th. So hopefully I will be showing you guys that. It's gonna be so pretty. It's like a blue themed one. So, and then after that, I sold two small penguins and a tiny turtle, which was one of the ones that go in the aquarium. So I do have to make a couple more smaller items that to go into aquariums. The penguins sold for $5 each, and the tiny turtle I sold it for $3 each, which came out to $13. And then I sold a tofu turtle for $12. Then I sold a Stitch and a bee. The Stitch is $8, the bee was $5. Came out to $13 total. The Snorlax, I sold a small Snorlax, not my large one. I wish it was the large one, but it's fine. Sold a small Snorlax for $8. After that, I sold a Jigglypuff for $8 as well. After that one, I sold a keychain for $5. I wanted to write which keychains they were getting, but I was not just I didn't want to overfill my space, like my little space here. After that keychain, I sold a Stitch and another keychain for Stitch is $8. Keychain was $5 to equal to $13 there. And then I sold another penguin for $5, another axolotl for $12, and another bee for $5. And what's so unique, or actually, I did make another sale that I wasn't able to write about, which was a tofu turtle for $12, because as we were packing up, we had all the plushies already in our in my duffel bags, and a little girl comes up to me. He's like, "Excuse me, am I able to get a turtle from you?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And I go and dig down in it. It was a little bit of a struggle bus because she asked how much it was, and I'm like, "Oh, it's just $12." She's like, "Oh, I only have 10." And then she goes back to her mom or her parents, and they're like, "Do you have anything for 10?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I do." And I pull out my love kitties. Nobody bought any kitties, which I was really surprised, but it's totally fine. I still have stock for my next market, which is this weekend, and it's a 3-day market, y'all. I can't even. But anyways, so she's looking through them. She didn't really like them that much, the love kitties. But I also have some aliens and a mushroom. I'm like, "Oh, I have these and I have those." She's like, "Oh yeah, the pink ones, the pink alien is fine." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm about to pull it out." And then um it might have been her mom or somebody that she knows, but she's like, "How much is that one?" And how much was the turtle? I'm like, "Oh, it was just 12, and but she only has 10. She's like, "Oh, then I'll just pay for the rest." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we go pack and bring out the bag of tofu turtles, and she picks out the one she wants, and I give them the change backs and everything. But yeah, that was all the sales I made. And so let me get here. So I'll tell you guys which one was the high. It'll go from lowest to highest. So I take Venmo, card, and cash, of course. All right. The lowest was Venmo today, which I only got $5 for. And if I'm remembering correctly, it was for a keychain. $5 from Venmo. The next one is card. Surprisingly, from yesterday, in Square, I got $98.52. And cash, we got $201, totaling the total to $304.52. But if you count the $65 that my nails would have counted, $369.52 was the total for yesterday's market. And I'm actually really happy with that. I I am counting the 65 because technically she would have taken that money away anyway. So I will be counting that as a win. So $369.52. And I think that's like really good personally. Just for about 6 hours in that market. 5.5 hours. We started packing up around 9:30. But there's also this little small story. Okay, so there was this group. I'm pretty sure they were siblings, maybe 4 or 5 of them. I think there was about 4. They kept coming around to my booth once I saw them walking around with ice cream cones from the corner of my eye, and then once they saw my plushies from my booth on my tower, they loved everything. They were looking at everything, and then they walked away. They came back again, walked away again, came back one more time, and one of them actually bought a keychain from me for $5. Okay, I thought that was gonna be the last of them. They came back again, left, came back one more time, again, and one of their siblings bought a penguin, I believe, for $5. All right, I think that'll be it. There's not gonna be. They won't come over anymore. Nope, They came back maybe 2 more times, and the last time they came back, they grabbed a duck with a hat, a frog hat, and the girl comes up to me and asks, "Do you think I can have this for free?" I kind of paused for a second. I was like, and then I eventually said, "I'm sorry, no, you can't have it for free." And she immediately just turns away and puts it like just back, like almost doesn't run away, but they walk away pretty fast. I don't know why she was thinking she could have it for free. It's better than to steal it, of course, but why? And she was the one that bought the keychain too, so I don't know where that thought process was going towards. But yeah, they did not come back after that, that's for sure. Um, but yeah, that was a little awkward. Let me know how you guys would have handled that situation. Um, and yeah, that was basically all for that market. I can't believe it's finally over. But now I have another market to prep for. I didn't sell as much, which I'm totally fine with. I just made back my booth fee, which was $50. Oh, I didn't add that in. My booth fee was $50, so subtract that. I basically made $310, which is still pretty good in my opinion. It was mainly cash, of course. I even got some quarters in there. Yeah, I've already started prepping a couple more items. People, of course, love the axolotls. Oh, let's see what my best sellers were today. Okay, I would say my best sellers were the penguins. I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I sold 5 penguins today. Or yesterday. I sold 5 penguins yesterday. And in second place, I would say is tofu turtles, surprisingly. I definitely want to make more boy, I guess you could say, shelled turtles. And I definitely want to make dinosaurs this time as well, because people do look for dinosaurs. I've noticed that as well. So yeah, that's it for this video finally. Hopefully it's not too long for you guys. Let me know if you guys like a short form content or a long form content. Personally, I really like long form content because then I can just put it in the background. I still watch, obviously, but it's like really long, and then I don't have to change the video and look for another video. Instead of crocheting, I just crochet throughout all the video. And yeah, but let me know if you made it to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, of course, and it really would help me a lot. And put down a cloud emoji, because why not? Because also, let me know if you guys want a name for y'all. Let me know. I'm thinking I can call y'all guys my clouds, or clouds in Spanish, which is nubes, my little nubes. But I don't know. Let me know. I'm just thinking about that. Also, if you guys watched my last video, I want I didn't end up selling the Labubus at the market because I'm kind of low key like would it go with my stuff? Would anybody be interested? Would people try to steal them? I don't know, but um let me know if y'all want them on my website. They would be around $55 just for one. And do you want them to be mystery, like completely mystery, or you want to know which one is inside? Let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.